Hey, thank you for joining me this morning for this 2-minute truth. I want to share with you guys that the Holy Spirit of God is constantly seeking to reveal the truth to you. The Holy Spirit of God is responsible for drawing you to Jesus, for providing you with a desire to come to the cross. If you're born again, it's because of the work of God the Father, Jesus the Son, and the Holy Spirit doing a work in your life and drawing you in. And of course, you had to make a choice. You chose to believe, to put your faith and trust in Jesus. But the Holy Spirit of God is constantly seeking to reveal the truth to you. The Holy Spirit wants to reveal the truth of who your enemies are, who your enemy is. We see in Esther chapter 7, the king, Ahasuerus, finally learns who his real enemy is. It's Haman, who has been his right-hand man. He's been right there in the thick of things with the king. The king thinking that Haman was his friend, learning now that Haman is his enemy. He's an enemy of the king and the kingdom and all that the king loves. And so the king has to take action, and he does. He has Haman hung on a gallows, on a tree, if you will. You see, it's like that in our lives. As the Holy Spirit reveals the truth of who our enemy is, the flesh, self, pride, we are called to action. We've got to take action. When we discover there's an enemy in our camp, an enemy in our kingdom, we've got to take action. Jesus went to the cross. He hung on a tree to pay the price for all of your sin, to pay the price for the deeds of the flesh. We're called to take action, to turn from sin, to turn from temptation, to not do things man's way, which is always focused on releasing self, elevating self, liberating self, and improving self. And turn toward God's way, which is always focused on denying self to please God. Denying self to please God. You might remember in Luke 9:23 and 24, Jesus said, "He who wishes to come after me must deny himself, take up his cross daily and follow me. For he who wishes to save his life will lose it, and the one who loses his life for my sake, he is the one who will find it." I pray today that you would recognize there is an enemy, and it is the flesh. It is self, 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 self. I pray that you would take action, laying those things, laying that sin, that flesh at the foot of the cross. Recognizing that Jesus already paid the price, the full price, so that you could be free from the deeds of the flesh, free from sin. And that you would begin focusing on denying self to please God, and realize just how blessed you will be for doing just that. Your kingdom will be free from the enemy. And of course, we know the enemy will constantly try to creep back in. But God is mighty and powerful, and the Holy Spirit will root him out. Take action, trust God,